The sentiment expressed in the Chinese tagline on the movie poster captures the heart of the story: "I will wait for you, no matter how long it takes." This tagline embodies the true tale of Hachiko, the loyal dog that continued to patiently wait for his master at a train station in Japan long after his master's passing. Hachiko, the cream-white Akita Inu born a century ago, has become an enduring symbol, memorialized through books, movies, and even referenced in the popular science fiction sitcom Futurama. This Chinese adaptation, following the 1987 Japanese version and the 2009 film starring Richard Gere, has achieved remarkable success at the box office. While other tales of devoted canines like Greyfriars Bobby exist, none have resonated globally quite like Hachiko. Since 1948, a bronze statue of him has stood outside Tokyo's Shibuya Station, where he faithfully waited for a decade. Originally erected in 1934, the statue was temporarily repurposed during World War II for the war effort. Japanese schoolchildren are taught the story of Chuken Hachiko, or loyal dog Hachiko, as an exemplar of devotion and loyalty. Professor Christine Yano from the University of Hawaii describes Hachiko as embodying the ideal Japanese citizen through his unwavering dedication, reliability, obedience to his master, and his understanding without relying solely on rationality to define his place in the larger scheme of things. The story of Hachiko. Hachiko, the remarkable dog, came into the world in November 1923, specifically in the city of Odate in Akita Prefecture, which is the original home of Akitas. Akitas, being one of Japan's oldest and most beloved breeds, are known for their large size. These majestic dogs were officially recognized as a national icon by the Japanese government in 1931, and were historically trained for hunting purposes, targeting animals like wild boar and elk. Ayatsu Sakuraba, the author of an English-language children's book about Hachiko, describes Akita dogs as calm, sincere, intelligent, and brave creatures who display unwavering loyalty and obedience to their masters, said Sakuraba. However, they also possess a stubborn personality and tend to be cautious around individuals other than their trusted owner. In the year of Hachiko's birth, a renowned agricultural professor and dog enthusiast named Hidesaburo Ueno expressed his desire to obtain an Akita puppy. Ueno assigned one of his students the task of finding a suitable puppy, which eventually led to a grueling train journey. Finally, on January 15, 1924, the puppy arrived at the Ueno residence in the Shibuya district. Initially, there was concern for the puppy's well-being as it appeared lifeless. However, with the dedicated care and nursing provided by Ueno and his wife Yae, the puppy gradually regained strength over the following 6 months. Ueno named the pup Hachi, meaning 8 in Japanese, and the honorific Ko was bestowed upon him by Ueno's students, emphasizing his significance in their lives. The long wait. Ueno's routine involved taking the train to work multiple times a week, and his faithful companions, including Hachiko, would accompany him to Shibuya Station. Together, they would patiently await his return in the evenings. However, tragedy struck on May 21, 1925, when Ueno, aged 53, passed away due to a cerebral hemorrhage. Hachiko had only spent 16 months with his beloved master. During Ueno's wake, Hachiko's acute sense of smell led him to detect Ueno's presence from the house, drawing him into the living room. He crawled beneath the coffin and steadfastly refused to leave, as recounted by Professor Ito. For the following months, Hachiko found himself in the care of various families outside Shibuya. However, he ultimately found his way back to the area where his late master had resided, eventually ending up with Ueno's gardener, Kakusaburo Kobayashi, in the summer of 1925. Returning to the familiar surroundings of Shibuya, Hachiko resumed his daily routine of commuting to the train station, regardless of the weather conditions. As evening approached, Hachiko would stand on all fours near the ticket gate, searching the faces of passengers as if anticipating someone's arrival, as Professor Ito describes. Initially viewed as a nuisance by station employees, Hachiko faced mistreatment from yakitori vendors who would pour water on him, and he even endured bullying and physical abuse from young boys. However, his fortunes took a turn when the Tokyo Asahi Shimbun, a Japanese daily newspaper, published an article about him in October 1932. The story gained nationwide attention, leading to a flood of food donations for Hachiko at the station, along with an influx of visitors who came from far and wide to witness his unwavering loyalty. Poems and haikus were composed in his honor, and a fundraising event in 1934 aimed at creating a statue of Hachiko reportedly drew a crowd of 3,000 supporters. Hachiko's eventual passing on March 8, 1935, made headlines across numerous newspapers. At his funeral, Buddhist monks conducted prayers, and dignitaries delivered eulogies in his honor. In the days that followed, thousands of individuals paid their respects at his statue. Even in post-war Japan, when the nation was grappling with poverty, a fundraising campaign for a new statue of Hachiko managed to raise an astounding 800,000 yen, which was an enormous sum at the time and is equivalent to approximately 4 billion yen, 22 million pounds, $28 million, in today's currency. In retrospect, I believe Hachiko knew that Dr. Ueno would never return, but he continued to wait. Hachiko taught us the importance of unwavering faith in someone, wrote Takeshi Okamoto in a newspaper article in 1982. As a high school student, Okamoto witnessed Hachiko's daily presence at the station, leaving an indelible impression on him and many others. Remembering Hachiko. Every year, on April 8, a memorial service is held outside Shibuya Station to honor Hachiko. His statue is often adorned with scarves, Santa hats, and, most recently, a surgical mask, symbolizing the ongoing relevance of his story. His mount can be viewed at the National Museum of Nature and Science in Tokyo. Some of Hachiko's remains are interred at the Aoyama Cemetery, resting alongside Ueno and Yae. Statues commemorating him have been erected in various locations, including Odate, Ueno's hometown, Hisai, the University of Tokyo, and even Rhode Island, the setting of the 2009 film. In celebration of Hachiko's 100th birthday, Odate has planned a series of events this year. Will the world continue to celebrate the legacy of this extraordinarily loyal dog a century from now? Professor Yano believes so, asserting that the heroism of Hachiko transcends any specific era, it is timeless. Mr. Sakuraba shares this optimism, stating, even 100 years from now, the unwavering and devoted love depicted in Hachiko's story will remain unchanged, ensuring that his tale endures for eternity.